Come into a comfortable seated position. Grounding through the sit bones, feeling the weight carried, and lifting up through the spine and the crown of the head, lengthening. Taking a deep breath in and out. And tuck in the chin slightly, creating space on the back of the neck. You can have the hands folded on your lap or place them just onto the knees. Have a soft gaze of the eyes, so following the line of the nose. Attention is turned inwards. Your mat, your practice. Starting Ujjayi breath, breath of the ocean or breath with sound. We'll take a moment to arrive as part of the practice. Observing the breath, inhale and exhale. The gentle sound of the Ujjayi breath. Feeling the body. Observing any sensations. Any stiffness or small pains. Without any judgment, just observing things as they are. You as you are. And allowing space for you to be in this practice. So we have the posture of sitting, the Dristhi or sense withdrawal of the eyes, returning the attention inwards, and gently pull up the pelvic floor, pulling in the lower belly without effort. And placing the hands in front, coming onto all fours, the hands and the knees. Knees are underneath the hips and hands underneath the shoulders. And just waking up the body. Just gently moving the spine. Making small circles. Rotating the hips both directions just a couple of times. Also noticing the shoulders moving the back and forth, stretching the side of the upper body, and then rounding the spine, chin to chest. Inhaling hollow, looking up a couple of times, round and hollow. Exhale is round. Inhale is hollow. I keep pulling up the pelvic floor, gently pulling in the lower belly, using Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Tuck in the toes. Now sitting down towards the heels. And inhale, coming back into all fours. Exhaling. Sitting down towards the heels. Stretching the feet and the toes, the ankles. Inhale back to all fours. One more time, sitting down towards the heels. And then from there, spreading the fingers wide, strong hands, keeping the arms straight. Now start to push only the hips up, straightening the legs almost all the way. And keep pressing yourself away from the hands. Coming into downward facing dog, a playful downward dog. So moving the hips left to right. Stretching side of the body. And moving the knees, bending them one by one. Straightening the other leg. Keep pushing yourself away from your hands. And keeping the knees slightly bent, creating space for the spine to lengthen. And then placing the knees down to the ground. Knees are wide. Feet are together, and exhale, coming into child's pose. Forehead down to the ground. Taking 3 Ujjayi breaths here. And keep engaging Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So gently pulling up pelvic floor and pulling in lower belly, engaging. And I keep doing that, inhale, coming back to all fours. Tuck in the toes, coming into downward facing dog, and feeling the change. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Bend the knees, look between hands, keep them engaged. Inhale, stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, folding forward. Strong feet, bandhas are engaged. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold forward. Strong feet. Pulling up pelvic floor, pulling in lower belly. From there, circle the arms up, coming all the way to standing, lengthening. Grounding the feet and exhale to Samastiti. Equal standing. Inhale, circle the arms up. We move with the breath. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, circle the arms up. And exhale down. So today, this practice, inhaling up, exploring movement with the breath. Dristhi, gaze of the eyes, to turn the attention inward. And bandhas. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bandhas. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, place the hands, stepping into high plank position. Inhale, we stay. Strong core of the body, so pull up pelvic floor, pulling in lower belly. You can use the knees to support you. And exhale, lower down all the way to the ground. Inhale, cobra, push yourself gently up. And exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, and then press yourself up to your feet and to the hands into upward facing dog. So the sternum is moving forward and up. Coming to the knees, hips go up. Tuck in the toes, bandhas, pull up pelvic floor. And press yourself into downward facing dog. Couple of deep breaths here, Ujjayi breath. Spreading the fingers wide, pressing the hand into the floor. Elbows are unblocked. That's 3 breaths. Keeping the knees slightly bent, lengthening the spine. And that's 5 breaths. Bend the knees, look between hands. Little step to the front, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, relaxing the neck. Inhale, circle the arms up, strong feet, bandhas. Dristhi of the eyes, looking up at the thumbs. And exhale down, Dristhi follows the line of the nose. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, place the hands, stepping into high plank position. Inhale, stay. Can use the knees to lower down. And exhale, all the way to the ground. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over the toes or come through the knees into a downward facing dog. You take 5 deep breaths here. 1, 2, lifting up the heels as high as you can. Press yourself away from the hands, and then from there, keep the height of the hips and slowly start to lower the heels toward the ground, keeping the knees unlocked or slightly bent. 4, and 5. Bend the knees, look between hands. Inhale, step to front. Lengthen spine, look forward. Exhale, fold. Relax the neck. Strong feet. Inhale, circle the arms up. Lengthening. And exhale to Samasthiti. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, place the hands, step into high plank position. Inhale, stay. You could use the knees to support you. And exhale, lower down all the way or just above the ground. Elbows close to the upper body. From there, inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, coming through the knees or the toes, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths here. 1. Feet are about hip width apart. 2. Middle and index finger are pointing forward and the fingers are spread wide. Nice deep Ujjayi breath. 1 more breath. And bend the knees, look between hands. Inhale, step to front. Lengthen spine, look forward. Exhale, fold, relax the neck. Inhale, circle the arms up. Strong feet grounding. Keep the knees unlocked. Lengthening. And exhale, arms move down. Samasthiti equals standing. Take an extra breath here. Observing the breath. Dristhi follows the line of the nose, the gaze of the eyes. Bending the knees. Inhale, circle the arms up. Knees are above the toes. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, place the hands, step into high plank position. Inhale, stay. You can use the knees to support if you want. And exhale, lower down, either all the way or just above the ground. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Sternum moves forward and up. And exhale to downward facing dog. 1 breath here. Inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel moves down to the ground, bending the right leg. Inhale, circle the arms up. Palms are facing each other. 1 breath here. Either looking forward or up. And exhale, placing the hands onto the mat, stepping into high plank position. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Bandhas. And exhale, either using knees or toes, downward facing dog. 1 breath here. Inhale, step the left foot forward, right heel comes down to the ground. Left knees bend. Inhale, circle the arms up. Pulling in lower belly, lengthening up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And on exhale, placing the hands back. Step into high plank position. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down, above the floor or flat. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths here. Keeping the knees slightly bent. Creating space for the back. And if you need to come into child pose, just bringing the knees to the ground, sitting down towards the heels. 3. 4, nice deep Ujjayi breath, and the Dristhi of the eyes follows the line of the nose towards the navel. And 5, bend the knees, look between hands, and I'll step to front. Lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, relax the neck. Bending the knees. Inhale, circle the arms up. Palms are touching or shoulder width apart. And exhale, Samastitihi, equal standing. 1 breath. Grounding the feet, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and the Dristhi. Bend the knees. Inhale, circle the arms up, palms are touching. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, place the hands, step into high plank position. Inhale, stay. You can use the knees to support or not. Exhale, lower down, all the way flat or above the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel moves down to the ground. Circle the arms up, we stay 1 breath, pulling in lower belly, lengthen. So exhale, strong feet. And exhale, move the hands down, high plank position. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, right heel down to the ground. And circle the arms up, strong feet, pulling in lower belly, lengthening up. And grounding through the feet. Inhale. And exhale, placing the hands back, step into high plank position. Inhale, stay, strong core body. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 1. 5 deep breaths here. Also here you can come to child pose if you need to. 2. Nice deep Ujjayi breath. 3. 4. Bend the knees, look between hands, and we'll step to front, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, relax the neck. Bend the knees, inhale, circle the arms up, lengthening, Utkatasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, bend the knees, circle the arms up. And exhale, fold forward, relaxing the neck. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, place the hands, step into high plank position. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down, all the way onto the floor. Inhale, cobra. Gently lifting up the chest. And exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale again, into cobra. Now place the toes together. Inhale, lift up the feet as well. Bandha, so pull up the pelvic floor, pulling in lower belly. Keep breathing. If you notice you stop breathing, just lower the legs down or even all the way flat onto the floor. See if you can lift up the chest a bit higher. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, we're going to press the hips up, coming to all fours. The knees are going to be wide, feet are together. And lower yourself into child's pose. Forehead down to the ground. Elbows can rest onto the mat. And I'd like to invite you observing the breath, observing your body. Soft gaze of your eyes. That supports helping turning attention inward. Inhale, coming to all fours. The knees come hip width apart. And from here, tuck in the toes. Press yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, pressing the left heel down to the floor. Now bending the right, really feeling strong before you place the hands onto the knee. Either keep them onto the waist or lifting up the arms. We stay here. 3 breaths. 1. So bandhas are engaged. Pulling in lower belly. Lengthening up through the spine. 2. Strong feet. And 3. Placing the hands onto the mat. Now we start to straighten the right leg. Push your left heel down. Either stay here or start to fold over the right leg. Lengthening along the line of the right leg. And inhale, coming up, bending the right knee, placing the left knee onto the ground with the left foot flat. So bringing the contact point with the left knee just on the top or just above the left knee. All support is onto the right leg. Placing the hands onto the knee, extra support, pulling in lower belly, lengthening. And see if you can ground a little bit deeper down into your pose. So go as deep as you comfortably can be. There's no pain, just a nice intense feeling. One more deep breath. Exhale, place the hands back onto the mat. Now tuck in the left toes and slowly walking yourself towards the left heel. Straight stretching the right foot. Flexing the right foot. So you can stay here supporting yourself with the hand. If you want to come up, that's also possible. One more breath. Inhale, coming back into low lunge. Nice and deep stretching. Having your hands in front of you on the mat so you can really have extra support to go a bit deeper on that left side, on the hip and the thigh. Now tuck in the left toe. Hands are flat onto the floor. Pressing yourself into downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the left foot forward. Now the right heel is pressing down. First, making yourself stable, bending the left foot and leg about 90 degrees. From there, you can start to come up with the hands on top of that knee. Either placing the hands onto the waist or lifting them up, either looking forward or up. Strong core, pulling in lower belly, lengthening upwards and grounding through the feet. 2 more breaths. Press that back foot to the back and keep breathing. Dristhi follows the line of the nose, or find a gazing point somewhere in front. Attention is turned inward. And on exhale, placing the hands onto the mat. Start to straighten the left leg. Either stay here, lengthening the spine, or exhale, folding over the left. Bandhas. Dristhi follows the line of the nose. And bending the left on exhale, bringing the right knee to the floor. And the foot is flat, coming into a low lunge. So having the hands to support you, bringing the contact point with the right knee just above the knee or on the top of the knee. All the support is into the left leg, grounding. You can have the hands coming up. Either keep them there or reaching up with the hands, lengthening and grounding with the lower part of the body and lengthening up from that lower belly, from Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Hara, lengthening. One more breath, shoulders are relaxed. And exhale, place the hands back onto the mat. Now tuck in the right toes and slowly start to walk yourself down towards the right heel. Either coming up, balancing on this side. If that's a bit too intense, just stay forward and support yourself with the hands. One more deep breath. Left foot is flexed, leg is active. Inhaling, slowly walking yourself back forward. Coming back into the low lunge, keeping the hands in front now. And see if you can move a little bit deeper into that lunge or more towards the front. Sinking a bit deeper on that right side into hip and the thigh. Keep breathing. If you notice you need some time to breathe and be still, coming into a child pose is always possible. And after a couple of deep breaths, coming back to join. Okay, placing the hands flat onto the mat, tucking in the right and coming back into downward facing dog. Press yourself away from the hands. Lengthening in the spine. So by bending the knees, you have more space for the spine. If you have the space to bring the heels down, you can go ahead, but keep lengthening in the spine. You'll make it round. Shoulders are outer rotating. Neck is relaxed. Bend the knees, look between hands. Inhale, step to front, lengthen spine. And exhale, fold, relaxing the neck. Inhale, lengthen spine. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, folding forward. Strong feet. Bandhas. Inhale, circle the arms up. Lengthening. You can look up at your palms. The palms are touching or wide. And exhale. To Samastitihi. Now stepping. The feet about hip width apart. Hands onto the waist. Inhaling, opening the chest, opening the heart. Bandhas, exhale, folding forward. And with the peace fingers, sticking the big toes. Make a fist around the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. You might have to bend the knees. And exhale, fold forward and elbows point to the side. Nice deep Ujjayi breath. And shifting the weight towards the toes. Grounding through the feet. Now pull the shoulder blades back so you cannot tumble over while you're shifting the weight forwards. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, we stay here. Then place the hands onto the waist. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, stepping back to Samasthiti on the front of the mat. Relaxing the arms down. Inhale, stepping to the side, turning the left foot in and the right foot out. Check the heels, the line should be in one line. Lengthening the arms. And on exhale, folding forward with the peace finger, taking the big toe. Or you can stay with the hand on the ankle or on the shin. And then opening the left shoulder. Reaching up with the hand, grounding both feet. Looking up with your thumb. If that's too much for the neck, just looking forward. Or looking down and up a couple of times. Creating some more mobility in the neck. Keep opening and press the back foot down. Exhale, looking down. Place the left hand onto the lower back. Inhale, coming up. Turn the right foot in, left foot out, and open the arms. Check the line of the heels. They should be aligned, not crossed. And then exhaling, folding forward, either taking shin, the ankle, or the big toe with your peace fingers. Then opening the shoulder on the right side, pressing the back foot onto the ground. Looking up at your thumb or either forward, down to the ground and moving. Create more mobility in the neck. Lengthening, grounding. And then exhale, placing the hand onto the lower back. Inhale, coming up. Arms are wide. Now turning the feet towards each other. Placing the hands onto the waist. Inhale, open heart. And exhale, folding forward. Placing the hands in between the feet onto the floor. You might have to bend the knees a bit. Creating space for the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Aligning the neck. Exhale, folding forward. Elbows are pointing to the back, arms are parallel. So if you have less flexibility, just rounding the spine. Keep lengthening down and breathing with your posture. If your head is on the floor already, just making a little modification to the feet. Step them slightly closer together so you have space to keep bending forward. Bandhas are active, pulling up the pelvic floor, pulling in the lower belly. One more breath. Then inhale, coming up. Exhale, we stay. Placing the hands a little bit more in front. With the right hand in the middle. And then lifting up the right, lengthening. And exhale down. Again, inhaling, opening the right shoulder. And exhale down. Strong feet, grounding, bandhas. Pulling up pelvic floor and lower belly. Inhale, open. And exhale down. Changing hands, the right hand is now here to support you. Lengthening, opening the left side. Exhale down. Inhaling, opening. Exhale down. Inhale, opening. Stay one breath. And exhale down. Walking with the hands towards the outside of the right foot. Then walking the hands towards the left. Keep breathing. Inhale, walking. So it's nice to keep the knees slightly bent here. Have more mobility. Walking them to the right. One more to the left. Walking there. Walking back to center. Now start to bend the knees one by one. With the hands supporting you. Stretching one and bending the other. On your own pace, your own mobility. Alright, coming to neutral, walking the hands toward the right side of the mat. We turn the right foot out. So the hands are in the middle. The right foot is behind you and the left foot is on the outside of the right hand. And you can bring the right knee down to the ground and the foot is flat. So either you stay here, I'll move for a moment to show on this side. Good. So you can stay here, maybe that's the full possibility. And that's fine. If you can come down onto the elbows. You can come as deep as you like. Sinking with the breath. Maybe 2 more. Keeping it a nice and gentle posture. Alright, now tuck in the toes. Turn the right foot in and we start to walk the hands to the other side and change sides. So the hands are now on one side and the right foot is on the outside of the right hand. Turning the left knee down towards the ground, foot is flat. Either stay here, aligning the neck with the spine. If you have the space, you can bring the elbows down to the ground. Ujjayi breath. Dristhi of the eyes following the line of the nose. Just observing inhale and exhale and the sensations in the body. Bandhas are engaged, pulling up pelvic floor, pulling in lower belly very gently. Bring the hands back to the mat, tuck in the left toes. Now turn again with the hands. So bending one and then straightening the other one. Couple of times. Good. Now walking the hands to the left foot, stepping into high plank position. Inhale, stay. Exhale, you can use the knees to bring you all the way down to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look between hands and come to sitting. So we come into a Dandasana position. So the legs are straight and the feet are flexed. So you can have the hands to support you, tilting your hips forward. So if you notice you're really round in the spine, either have the arms to support you and stay there, or you can sit on a small pillow or blanket to support you as well. If still you don't have 90-degree bending the knees as much as you need, and from there start to support and push you up. So go ahead, find your posture, stay a couple of breaths. So if you have a lot of flexibility, placing the hands flat onto the mat, opening the chest and the shoulders. You could add chin down to chest and pulling up. Pull in lower belly very strongly, pull up the pelvic floor. 2 more breaths. Inhale, releasing chin. And then With the peace fingers, we're gonna catch the big toes. Keep bend the knees and catch them. And lay on top of the legs. Or legs might be straight, lengthening. And exhale, folding forward. So keep lengthening the spine here. Following the line of the legs forward. And even if we are in the still position, feeling the breath, the inhale and exhale. Moving the body from the inside. And inhale, coming slowly up. And exhale, release the posture. Placing the hands behind, about 20 centimeters from the hips. So there's two options to show you the full version first. The toes are together and they stay. The body is moving up, the toes move down to the ground. Heart is opening, either head stays up. Release the head down. Modification is placing the feet with the knees bent, flattened to the floor, and inhale coming into table position, either with the head up or release the head down. So go ahead, choose your option. And if you go into the full pose, you might want to really ground the hands first. Keep the big toes touching. Now start opening the heart. Opening, 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 and from there, pressing the toes down. And have the full body following you. 2 more breaths. And exhale, slowly lower down, bending the knees and fold over the legs. And hugging into the legs in a way you can relax. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Inhale, come up. And exhale, cross the legs. Inhale, moving onto all fours. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog with a cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look between hands and come to sitting. For a couple of seated postures. Bending the right leg. And let the knee fall to the outside. So the foot is touching the inner thigh. Either supporting yourself and tilting the hips forward, having a straight back. Or if you have space, reaching either shin, ankle, or around the foot. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Bandhas, so keep activated bandhas, ujjayi breath. Every inhale, lengthen. And every exhale is deepening your pose. So if you're sitting up straight, every inhale is lengthening. And every exhale is going a little bit further forward. One more breath. Inhale, coming up halfway. And exhale, release the pose. And we change sides. So the right leg is now straight. Bending the left and letting the knee fall to the outside. Sole of the foot is touching. Again, either place the hands behind to lift up the chest. Lengthening and stay there, feeling the breath and the movement of the breath from within, or reaching forward to either the shin, the ankle, maybe wrap around. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. See how far you can fold forward. Doesn't matter how far you are, finding for yourself possibilities and breathe with that. We take a couple of breaths here. So follow inhale and exhale. Every inhale, lengthen. And every exhale, deepening. One more breath. Inhale, coming halfway up. And exhale, release the pose. Now cross the legs. Bring the hands in front, coming onto the knees and all fours. And lowering down all the way to the floor, just above. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Sternum is moving forward and up. And then exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look between hands and come to sitting. Bending the right leg, one hand space in between and placing the right hand behind you to support. The left leg and wrap around, lengthen. And exhale, looking over the right shoulder. So very gentle twist for the spine. If you want it a bit stronger, place the elbow on the outside of the knee. Either hand up or down. If you are flexible or you have long arms, you can wrap around and looking over the shoulder. Breathe and keep lifting and twisting gently with the breath. So every inhale, lengthen, create space. And every exhale, use the space that's created. 2 more slow breaths. Inhale back to center. Cross the legs, lifting up only. So bending the left, one hand space in between. Placing the left hand behind, reaching up, lengthening the body, and with the right you can wrap around the left leg. Lengthen first, inhale. Then exhale is looking over the shoulder. If you want it a bit deeper, placing the elbow on the outside of the leg. Either the arm is down or up. Or you can wrap around and catch with the hand on the other side. Up to you. Lengthen and turn. Keep breathing. Inhale is lengthen, creating space. And exhale is gently using that space to twist deeper. The right leg is active, foot is flexed. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, coming back. And then releasing the pose. Cross the legs, place the hands, lift up. And stepping into a high plank position. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look between hands and come to sitting. And lay onto your back. So the feet are close to the hips. With the fingertips you can just touch the heels. So the feet are slightly on the outside of the hips. Grounding, feeling the weight of the body. Strong feet, pressing them gently into the floor. Feeling really connection to the lower legs, the knees, upper legs, the hips, lower belly. Now pulling up pelvic floor, pulling in lower belly. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So with that base inhale, start to lift up the hips and open the heart. And exhale, lower down. Massaging the spine when we go up and down. Inhaling up. And exhale is down. Inhale is up. And exhale is down. Inhale is up. And exhale down. So keep the feet and the legs strong here. Feel the change in Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. We go up and we stay up. I like to place the shoulder blades closer together to protect the neck. And then interlace the fingers, straighten the arms into the floor. And just breathe here. Keep opening the heart. Pull up the pelvic floor. Strong feet, strong legs, and breathe with that. Two more breaths. You can always come out earlier. Releasing hands and arms and slowly roll yourself down. So either you can repeat that, just to press yourself up. 5 deep breaths there. And exhale, move down. If you want, you can also go into Urdhva Dhanurasana, the full posture, by placing the hands behind the shoulders, coming onto the head, so strong feet here, and straightening the arms. Bandhas. Keep breathing. If you have a lot of space, walking the hands towards the feet. 5 deep breaths. Keep straightening the arms. And exhale, chin to chest to lower down. Bringing the knees toward the chest, then rock and roll left to right, back and forth. Massaging the sacrum, the hips and the lower back. Surfing, inhale and exhale. Dristhi follows the line of the nose, soft gaze of the eyes. So also exploring bandhas when we are changing from posture to posture, when we are rolling like this. Just observing, experiment, explore. Then rolling yourself up. So either with the legs bent, falling over the upper legs for forward fold, and straightening the legs in front. First tilting the hips forward, lengthening. And on exhale, folding forward. So if you feel there's any tension or a pain in the lower back, it's nicer to bend the knees to give the back a bit more support, helping with releasing. Also nice for the back of the legs. But if you're fine, just keep the legs straight. Keep lengthening forward. Forward and then down. The legs are active, engaged. Following inhale and exhale. For inhale, lengthening, creating space, and every exhale, gently deepening. It's very subtle, almost invisible movement from the inside of the breath. And inhale, slowly coming up, lengthening, cross the legs, place the hands onto the mat and coming onto the knees and the hands on floors. Chest is moving down first, just above the floor, then inhale, scooping up for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into a downward facing dog. One breath here. And bend the knees, look between hands. And come to sitting. So lay down onto your back. Palms of the hands are flat. Grounding into the floor. Eyes are having a soft gaze. Active relaxation. Observing fully any sensation. Inhale and exhale. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha are active. So if you have your period, you lift up the legs only, keeping the hips onto the ground. If you don't, you can start lifting up your legs as high as you can and catch with the hands onto the middle back. Lengthening the legs to the base of the big toes are touching. Now pointing the toes, but soften and open them. If you have space, you can walk the elbows closer together and watch your neck. If you feel any pain, any stinging pain into the back, just come out earlier or into the neck. Or come a little bit less high, like this, holding the hips instead of the back. Or even just placing the hips onto the ground. And keeping the legs up only. 3 more deep breaths. So if you are with the hips on the floor and the legs up only, then you start to bend the knees, placing the feet flat onto the floor and letting the knees fall together. And just stay there and breathe till we get to the next pose. For everyone else, using the hips as a counterweight, you can also use your hands for support. Slowly start to move the legs overhead down to the ground. Make sure your neck is safe. Toes are reaching, top of the toes are reaching to the ground. If you're not reaching the ground, keep holding and supporting at the hips. If your toes reach the ground, you start to interlace the hands behind the back and straighten the arms to protect the neck and the shoulders. Now keep breathing. One more deep breath. You can always come out earlier by placing the hands flat onto the floor and slowly roll yourself back. Otherwise, we start to now bend the knees towards the ears and press them gently towards that area. So if your feet were not reaching the ground, you just bend the knees and see where they're hanging out. Make sure the neck is okay. Otherwise, come out early. Lay onto the back with bent knees and the feet flat onto the floor. Breathe in this pose. One more deep breath. Now placing the hands flat onto the floor and slowly roll yourself down. Keeping the knees up in the chest. Everybody can move the knees up towards the chest and we rock and roll left to right. Back and forth, massaging sacrum and the lower back. Now, when you're ready, roll yourself up using your legs as the weight. And coming into a cross-leg position, half lotus or full lotus. I like to place the feet in front and back of each other. It's nice and stable. It's not a straining on the knees. Sit bones are grounding, lengthening. Taking a deep breath in and out. Gaze of the eyes follows line of the nose. Bandhas are active. Observing the inhale, exhale in the body. Take just a couple of breaths to observe. Now opening the arms. And catch the elbows in behind your back. Inhale, open the heart. Activate bandhas extra strong. Pull up the pelvic floor and lower belly. And exhale, lower down. So you see how far you reach. Maybe the head is on the floor, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Keep active Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So keep pulling up pelvic floor, pulling in lower belly. 3 breaths here. Breathing towards the side of the ribs. Keeping that strong and from the lower belly. On inhale, starting to come back up. Releasing the arms, placing the hands onto the knees. Thumb and index finger get connected. Now with the chin. Scoop down towards the chest. Lifting up the chest. Opening the heart. Shoulders go to the back and low. And from there, pulling in lower belly. Strongly pulling up pelvic floor. Now we have Jaladhara Bandha in the throat. Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Engaged. Keep breathing towards the side of the rib cage, the diaphragm area. 2 more breaths. And the inhale, releasing the chin. And placing the hands just flat onto the knees. Lengthening up. Exhale. We do 1 more Vinyasa, placing the hands in front, slowly coming to all fours. Placing the chest down first and scooping up to a cobra or upward facing dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Make it a quality downward dog for the last posture. 1 breath here. Bend the knees, look between hands, and we slowly come to sitting. So now find yourself a comfortable Shavasana, resting pose. If you're having some issues with the lower back, place a big bolster underneath the knees. Otherwise, just flat onto the floor. The legs slightly wide, supporting yourself to lay down. If you want to support your head, just place a thin blanket underneath the head. Arms are wide with the palms facing up. Take a deep breath in and out. Releasing any effort. And finding back your natural breath. Releasing any effort, no more bandhas. Eyes are closed. Normal, natural breath. Just feeling the weight of the body resting on the ground. Fully relax your body. Relaxing the full body. Taking a deep breath in and out. Bringing your attention back into the physical body. Start to move fingers and hands, toes and feet. Moving the arms overhead and stretch yourself fully out. Squeeze everything you have. Hold for a moment. And exhale through the mouth to release. And bringing the knees up toward the chest, either together or wide. And rock and roll left to right, back and forth. A couple of times. Neutralizing and massaging the spine, the hips, lower back. And rolling onto your side. Curling yourself up into a little ball. Taking a few deep breaths. Underneath with the hands, push yourself slowly up to sitting. Your eyes closed. Lengthening through the spine. Take a deep breath in and out. Observe how you are. Placing the hands in front of the heart. And set an intention for the rest of your day. And bowing towards the heart. Namaste. Making sure you take some time after the practice. Have a rest, lay down, or meditate for a while. At least 10 minutes or more if you can. And then after that rest, drink some water and have a beautiful day.